Welcome. I'm Ada Kay, your deaf courtroom commentator, breaking down the gripping courtroom drama, providing ASL interpretation when possible, while making justice accessible to everyone. Grab your favorite cup of Java and let's dive in. We're back, y'all. We had a short internet outage and it did affect my little area, but we're back on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just panicked because the technician just left here not even about 2 hours ago. And we have all new router, new modem, new wiring, everything's new. And my live drops. I'm like, but we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. I'm excited. We survived. We're here. Okay. Oh, we're going to get back into trial. I hope people come back and join me. I can't help it. It's his life.
And you testified when counsel was asking you questions that you decided you didn't want to be a security guard anymore. Isn't that true?
Yes.
In fact, you were fired. Isn't that true?
Objection, Your Honor. We discussed this at length.
Isn't that the truth? You were actually fired by Allied for acting unprofessionally as a security guard. Isn't that true?
Same objection.
Yes.
He was fired for being unprofessional.
And in the incident report, you apologized to your employer, Allied, for acting unprofessionally and exposing them to potential liability. Isn't that true?
Oh, here we go. He's not going to. Here we go. The attitude is coming. Coming down the highway.
Was there an answer?
I'm sorry?
Was there an answer?
No, I guess we need a report, but if it helps me, I can direct you to the second page.
Yes.
There's perk
And
lip
after you were
chin coming up.
terminated as a security guard, you got a new job that paid more money than the security guard job paid, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you consulted with Dr. McKenzie, excuse me. That was because you filed a workers' comp claim, right?
Yes.
And so you filed a workers' comp claim against Allied, and that's why you met with Dr. McKenzie, correct?
Yes.
And you met with her in April of 2018,
Yes.
and you testified at your deposition that you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened on February 24, 2018, right?
Yes.
Okay. In this action, you served, well, you were a patient of Kaiser Permanente, correct?
Yes.
And in this action, we obtained a copy of your medical records from
Y'all, she's batshit crazy.
beginning June
Be back.
2023. Bear with me for a second, please. Actually, it goes back, I think, further, but have you seen those records?
I'm not sure.
Isn't it, well, I hate to ask this question, but they did diagnose you as having severe obesity, correct?
Yes.
And they did conclude that you had full capacity and no history of patient status change. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
The only pains that you complained of, January 25, 2021, December 27, 2021, were belly pain and low back pain, right?
Objection calls for expert opinion.
Overruled.
Correct?
Yes.
And you hurt your finger at one point, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, I can show it to you, but let's just move on. You had various things, tailbone pain, right hamstring pain, but you had no report, no reference in 161 pages of medical records to a scratch on your face. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there's no reference in 161 pages of medical records to anxiety, post-traumatic stress syndrome, blows to your head or face, correct?
Yes.
That only came up when you filed this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Also, you were in a car accident in 2021, isn't that true?
Yes.
And hit your head.
Yes.
Y'all
You were in
will
a
get
car
in
accident
trouble.
again in November of 2023 on Pico Boulevard, right?
I'm not sure if it was on Pico, but it was in that area. Yes.
Right. You sued over that.
You
right?
would know.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, if I could just consult with my colleague, I think I may be
Okay.
close to done.
Yes, G14, that is exactly it. And the security guard said she got PTSD. She had to have plastic surgery because of the scratch on her nose and her cheek. And it was, I do know that part of the lawsuit is $25,000, but that does not include pain and suffering and everything else. So I think it's close to hundreds of
You
thousands.
can bear with me.
There's no exact number.
We talked about how you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened, right?
Yes.
And you told her that Cardi B almost scratched you. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure saying almost.
You know the person at Women's Healthcare who intervened when you were basically assaulting Cardi B, don't you?
No.
Well, isn't it true that 3 weeks after that event, you called up Tiara Malcolm, the receptionist, who put her body in between yours and Cardi B's and took your blows? You called her up to try and get her to help you in this case. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yes, you are, Boo. Oh, yes, you are, Boo.
Let me just check one thing.
Yeah, this is insane.
Sorry, I want to be sure. I'm just double checking. I also want to just reiterate that in your deposition, you testified under oath that Cardi spit on you after Ms. Malcolm and others came out of the doctor's office to try and.
Oh, I agree. Carly could have been a little bit different, but do you know what? These poor celebrities, I know they want the fame and everything, but she's going in, she's hormonal as hell. She's pregnant. And I think she was in the earlier stages, not the latter stages, early to middle. She was going for an OBGYN prenatal visit or whatever. And this woman comes out, oh, Cardi B, does all this stuff. And she's, she's really needing privacy. Because I'm sure paparazzi, anytime she steps out because she was pregnant, is chasing the hell out of her for pictures. So the last thing you want is to be at your doctor's appointment and having people snapping pictures. Now, I had that happen, but it wasn't because I was a famous person. It's because my ex-husband became famous for all the wrong reasons. And I came out of a doctor's office and there was a news media. Luckily, I was not going to an OBGYN because I didn't have anything to do that at the time. But point being, it sucks.
And stop you from going after Cardi B, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And in your incident report, you reported to your boss, your supervisor, that Cardi supposedly spit at you before people came out because of all the yelling. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I think that's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to read from the deposition transcript, page 61, lines 23 to page 62.
Let me turn this over to you.
Page 62, line 14.
I'm sorry, counsel, I was trying to get out of the podium so you can take it. What pages?
Page 61 to 62.
Exactly, Angela.
Line 23 on page 61 through lines 14 on page 62.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, question, did you fill out any written paperwork about the incident?
God only knows what she looked like before. But do you know what? This striped thing she's wearing reminds me more of jail prison garb than it does a blouse.
Answer,
Just saying.
there was an incident report made for that day, yes. Question, when you say there was an incident report, is that something you completed? Answer, yes. Question, when did you prepare the incident report? Answer, I'm not sure. Part of what Jasmine wanted me to do was write an incident report. I'm not sure how long after it was done. Question, okay, when you say an incident report, is that something where you send an email or is it a pre-printed form that you complete? Answer, normally it's a pre-printed form. We didn't have those forms at the location that I was at, so she did ask me to type it up. Do you remember at your deposition, a different attorney asked you questions about this incident?
Yes.
And you did tell that attorney that you made an incident report, correct?
Yes.
And that's the 2-page email that counsel asked you about?
Yes.
And in your incident report, on paragraph 3, it states that this time she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. So when you wrote this incident report, you estimated that the fingernails were 3 inches long?
Yes.
And when you said that the fingernails went into your face, what did you mean by that?
I meant when she was going like this, her nail touched my cheek, touched my nose.
Did it actually cut your cheek?
Yes.
Did it cut your nose?
No.
And then counsel asked you about the T-Mobile bill. You testified that this incident occurred at 1:30 p.m., correct?
What? Stop doing that. You've done it twice already.
And then
It's
counsel
glitching.
asked you about the T-Mobile bill. You testified that this incident occurred at 1:30 p.m., correct?
Approximately, yes.
And the T-Mobile bill shows phone calls at 1:10 p.m. and 1:40 p.m., correct?
Yes.
You were not making any phone calls at the time of the incident, correct?
Objection. First
I
of
can
all,
withdraw the question. Did you make any telephone calls at the time of the incident on February 24th, 2018?
No.
Did you make a phone call 10 minutes after the incident on February 24th, 2018?
Yes.
The phone number 424-219-2078. Whose phone number is that?
I believe it was my mom.
Did you tell anyone that Cardi B was at this medical facility just before the incident occurred on February 24th, 2018?
No.
If you did do that, does that give Cardi B the right to assault and battery?
objection, Your Honor.
Assisting.
Your Honor, if the court may take judicial notice of the complaint in this case,
I'm not
Of
sure.
course. Of course.
because
Of
the
course.
discovery response that was read is verbatim as to what the complaint says.
No.
When written discovery was prepared with you, was it done by your attorney's office?
Yes.
Do you know what written discovery is?
Yes.
What does the word form interrogatory mean? Do you know?
No.
Do you know what the word special interrogatory means?
No.
Do you know request for admission?
No.
Do you know demand for production of documents?
No.
These are discovery questions that are prepared with your attorney?
Yes.
When I asked you earlier if any pictures were taken, you were truthful in your answers, correct?
Yes.
And when you answered me about whether pictures were taken, did you understand my question to be on the date of the incident?
Objection. It's argumentative. I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't. It's argumentative, Your Honor.
It lacks foundation as well. Sustained.
Did you take pictures of your scar or your cut or anything on your body on the date of the incident of February 24, 2018?
I'm not sure.
Did you at some point later on take photographs?
Yes.
I don't know. Part of me feels that I would hate to be married to that person. I have a fear that that person would not want to piss them off. Just saying.
When you
Wouldn't want to be
treated
around her
with
when she loses.
Dr. McKinsey for your claim, whether it was for a work comp claim or not, were you in need of psychological care?
Yes.
And her treatment was helpful to you?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Recross?
Yes, Your Honor, just briefly.
You know, you're deep down, she really a Cardi B fan. You're welcome. I bought that long? What? Really? Okay, we're going to the next day. We go to the next one. I gets it. I'm getting it. I think Cardi B took the stand on the next day.
I had a chance to look at the.
Did you see my opposition? Your Honor?
I have not. Did you file one?
Yes, I did. I gave it.
We're going to speed up a little bit on this, or we'll be here all night and all morning.
This morning you asked me to brief it, and I spent time to do that. And I wish to be heard.
Look at the wig she's got on. I love it.
Your Honor, discovery was served on the defendant in 2022. Exhibit 1 are the form interrogatories which were served on for prior counsel September 30th of 2022. Prior counsel asked me for extensions several times.
Okay, Rubber Ramada, can you just post that link in the comments and we'll go to it, because you'll probably find it quicker than I will, since you know about it. I'm just seeing day 2, day 1. I'm not seeing the second link in my feed. If you have it, please post it. I'm not seeing it. Okay, thank you, Rubber Ramada. Or Ramanda, Ramada. So you got my name in your name, ADA. Ramada. Yeah, I know. People ram me all the time. Probably did, yeah. I agree. But dang, those are good wigs. The hairline is flawless on them. Hairline is flawless. We'll watch this until then.
So they could get the information that I wanted. And they finally responded on January 17th of 2023. As the court goes to Exhibit 2 on page 21 of the responses, it says there's responding party incorporates by reference preliminary statement and general objection set forth above, subject to and without waiving the foregoing objections. Responding party responds as follows. Responding party may be contacted through defendant's counsel. Emani Ellis may be contacted through claims counsel. Unknown staff employees at Cedars-Sinai Medical
tonight. First and foremost, I want to get your thoughts on what you think this case is really about. We know at the center of
Okay, we'll watch this a little bit, but I got to be honest, I can't stand this breaking the court thing, but we'll watch it for a minute.
it legally. It's about whether this assault happened and whether Cardi B is responsible for any damages that happened to this plaintiff, which she's going to try to prove. She'll be testifying.
Yeah, you can post a link here. That's fine.
In just a minute. But there's also all these other issues. You have a fan, you have someone in uniform who's a security guard acting like a fan. You have a celebrity looking for privacy under these particular circumstances and finding themselves in a situation where that privacy is being taken away under circumstances they find very important. Again, a pregnancy appointment. So what do you think this case is really about?
Yeah, Michael, thank you for having me. I think that this case is about trying to have the plaintiff find some fame and perhaps get a payout for this. I can't help but think back to some of these other celebrity trials, like the Gwyneth Paltrow trial, for example, and others, where I just don't see the evidence here. And so I see someone searching for some ability to have attention for themselves and to try to get paid. And, you know, there might be evidence that I'm unaware of, and I know the trial is just starting, so I'm trying to keep an open mind. But I would think that the plaintiff.
And again, a pregnancy appointment. So what do you think this case is going to work against her?
Your telephone to take photographs of the defendant when you saw her exit the elevator.
Robert, you're fine. You've done good. You're good, babe. Thank you so much. It's just if we sit and listen to all the commentary, we'll be here for 10 hours. So we're going to zoom past the commentary. You did fabulous.
No.
So if you could just tell us in your own words, when you got to the 5th floor, when you were doing your rounds, and you saw Cardi B, what did you say?
I said something along the lines of, that looks like Cardi B, or wow, that's Cardi B.
Were you talking to anybody at that time?
No.
For sure.
Yes.
Did you 18?
As far as I can remember, no. Not a perfect employee, but a good employee.
We've seen all this.
I don't know the name.
Was it Beverly Hills Medical Center?
It could have been, yes.
Again, the context is that you stated this, that you were.
So they cut out the same place we did. We're just going to go here for now, and I'll keep looking for that. Thank you guys for your help.
Persons who intervened during the incident discoveries continue. This incident did not happen at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Cedars-Sinai Medical Center is 2 miles away from this office building. This was, in my opinion, either grossly negligent on the part of counsel for the defendant, or, as I've argued in my brief, an intentional way of hiding who these witnesses are. I can't see how the defendant would go to a doctor and not know the doctor's name, or at least do whatever it takes to get the doctor's name. It's really not that hard. When she went to this doctor, she could have found out his name and disclosed it in discovery.
Okay, so your point's taken on the defendant, but likely knowing the name of her own doctor. What about the receptionist?
All right, so the receptionist, also the issue with the receptionist would be that either her attorney or herself would call and say, doctor, who's the receptionist that was there that day? Again, she's the patient, they would have to tell her. And I would like to also add, Your Honor, I did Exhibit 3, question number 15. Again, same thing. They refused to produce the witness information, and I was not able to take the deposition of these people. I don't know what they're going to say. It's highly prejudicial. It goes against the Discovery Act, and it should not be allowed. And they're arguing that I shouldn't be able to bring my witnesses. They're making the same argument that I'm making. So it would only seem fair that if the court's going to exclude mine, the court should exclude theirs.
Okay, so there's a hearsay statement in the defendant's brief, and I'm acknowledging that it's hearsay, but they contend that the witnesses both testified or both.
Yeah, I know it was Ramada. I was just teasing you, babe.
Said that they had been contacted by you, and you're saying that that's not
So
true.
yeah, that's not true. I never contacted them. Not in 28. I never went to the building, even though it's across the street from my office. I did not go there until a few days ago to take 22 pictures. I took it on a Friday night, maybe around 6 or 7 p.m. Went back one more time to take a couple more pictures.
Right.
I never.
Testified she took the pictures.
No, I took the pictures. We were together. We were together.
Okay.
I did not go back. I did not know about the doctor. I did take a picture of the doctor's sign after they, a month ago or a couple weeks ago, told me there's this doctor. But this is not the way to do the work. This is not the way to do business here. You have to disclose who the doctor is. It's her treating doctor. It's as if plaintiff would not disclose her treating doctor. It's the equivalent of that.
And then isn't it fair to say that the receptionist was identified in prior witness lists?
Never identified. It just says random person. There's not even a name there. So I would say this, Your Honor. I don't know what the doctor is outside. Okay, well, fine. So I don't get deposed and out of the appeal. So this random person that they're bringing up that was never even named. You don't even have an actual substance name. The only time I learned about this person's name was yesterday when through that defendant's memorandum, they brought up this person, Tiara Malcolm, not even on the witness list. I don't even know who she is. So in the middle of the trial, when I know not able to depose this person and do nothing with her, they're just going to randomly throw out this person. Well, let's bring this person into trial. It's not fair, Your Honor.
All right, here from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. First of all, regarding Cedars-Sinai, Dr. Finke was associated and affiliated with Cedars-Sinai. The building is the Medical Center of Beverly Hills, and that's the reason for the reference to Cedars-Sinai. Second, I'm going to start with the prejudice argument, which is that they didn't know who these people were. Actually, plaintiff testified yesterday that within a few weeks of this February 2018 incident, she called Ms. Malcolm. She worked in the building. She knew Ms. Malcolm. She knew Dr. Finke, who came out, and they didn't identify them. They knew them, and they didn't identify them. So to say that, well, he's been prejudiced because he didn't take their depositions, she knows since 2018 who the doctor was and who Tiara was.
You said there was testimony yesterday or in her deposition?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, I specifically asked her, did you contact Tiara Malcolm? And she said yes.
I disagree with that.
Sorry. So, but to me, the prejudice argument makes no sense. They know she worked in the building. She knew Tiara. They did not disclose those names in discovery. Now, on the other hand, they say that this doctor was Cardi's treating physician. That's absolutely wrong. Her treating physicians are in the East Coast. She was here on work, and she was pregnant. She asked to speak to someone. Someone made arrangements for her to go in. She met with Dr. Finke that day, 15 minutes, and left. 3 years later, they asked who this person was. No one knew. We asked who it was. Previous counsel asked. The only way, because they didn't disclose these names, the only way we found out was through Mrs. Moore's diligent work, which resulted, for example, in 2024, we identified Dr. Finke because she had actually literally, tried to contact every doctor in that office, finally pulled a photograph of the doctors from the website, showed them to Cardi, and she said, yeah, it's that one. And then we promptly identified it. Tiara, we had no clue. Cardi had gone to that office that day. She didn't go around and memorize the names of the receptionist or anyone else. The only one who knew Tiara's name until July 28th of this year is Plaintiff, who contacted her and worked in the same building. So, I mean, this idea that we should have, or prior counsel should have identified them, the problem is based on the assumption that Dr. Finke is Cardi's, and that's exactly what they say. Dr. Finke was her treating physician. That's absolutely false. She was traveling. She went in to see him. She saw him one day, and that was the end of it. And then 3 years later, someone asked, well, what was his name? And she said, I don't know his name. Now,
Sorry, so Dr. Is it Finke?
Finke.
That person was on the prior witness list?
Yes. That was served in 2024. By then, Ms. Moore had tracked him down.
So, Mr. Gianfazza, can you respond to that? According to the Moore declaration, that they identified Dr. Finke in early May?
I will look at that, Your Honor, right now, but to paint the picture that plaintiff knew Tiara Malcolm's name is false. To paint a picture that you go to a doctor's office and you're not their patient is also false. It would be an impossibility for that to occur. And I'm sure Dr. Finke will testify that Cardi B is his patient, Your Honor.
Dr. Finke, I can make an offer of proof, will testify that he met her that day, saw her that day. They had minimal contact, 15 minutes, and have never heard from her again until we contacted him and added him to the witness list. I also, Dr. Finke will testify that counsel went into his office multiple times, including by not only going through the reception area, but going through the back door, asking everyone there, do you know anything about this incident? Do you know anything about this incident? Repeatedly tried to contact Dr. Finke over the last 4 or 5 years. That's what Dr. Finke will testify if he's called upon to do so.
Okay, so let me do this. We got the jury's been checked in. Do you have a rough from yesterday regarding that testimony?
I think we have a actually final, I believe, and so I'm not sure we have with this, but we will submit it.
Okay, I want to see the testimony, so we'll resume the argument on this issue because we won't plan on calling them today, correct?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we're here now, I want to add a sentence.
Okay.
Okay, because it's about me. Okay. I'm declaring under penalty of perjury. I did not go into his doctor's office.
Okay.
That is an absolute lie and false.
Okay.
And I don't think that's right.
Could I say one last thing?
Sure.
Okay. This whole case is about, even by her own testimony, an altercation, an argument when 2 people came out of the doctor's office. when that was all that prior counsel knew and that the party knew, that's what she stated in the interrogatory response in January of 2022. That that witnesses included 2 people who came out and separated them. The only person who knew that was Plaintiff, and she failed to disclose.
Okay, all right. I think we're still checking in our witnesses. Jurors. Should check in now.
Thinking about the doctor that I'm going to call at 9:30. Sure. So he does have a CV, and I know that the other side may say that I can't even introduce the CV because they won't even let me do anything. So I want to know if they're going to object to producing the CV to the doctor to review and to have it admitted as evidence.
And it's a hearsay document, right?
It's exhibit number 9. It's the doctor's CV and rate sheet, and it is. I'm going to ask him about it. I'll lay a foundation, but I believe that it should be seen by the jury because it has all of its credentials, and the court limited my time to 1 hour. If that's the case, then I have to go through 22 pages of CV. That takes 2 hours, Your Honor. I can't do it in 1 hour unless he's going to stick with it.
I don't understand this. We wouldn't plan on objecting to a CV other than, I guess it's just but if he wants to offer it, he can offer it. I mean,
I'll just say, my practice is if the parties stipulate to admitting CVs, I'll admit them. If the parties don't, then usually it's hearsay, and I'm not going to admit it. I will tell you that to me, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time when I've seen it admitted, it's been in med mal cases. In other cases, the doctor can explain what his training education experience is. So it's up to you.
Your Honor, I will make this offer that both sides.
Oh, y'all, she just messed up her wig and she don't know it yet.
Can have their doctor's CVs admitted into evidence. It'd be Rosenberg for them and Malkin for me. I'm willing to
Oh, she's getting on the stand, boo.
I expect that we
She's getting on the stand, boo.
The witness can testify to what he did. If that makes counsel happy, then a reciprocal stipulation that CVs can be submitted.
Okay, great.
Fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you ready? All right, you want to bring the jury?
Oh, yeah, y'all, she's going to get on the stand. She's definitely going to get on the stand. How is my sound now? Is it too loud? Because I've kind of changed some of the settings a little bit. No, I don't like the blonde either, boo. Nope, don't like the blonde. Are we getting a doctor on the stand?
You have hospital affiliations. Can you tell us your affiliations with these 2 hospitals?
Yes. So
Okay, court is low. Am I still decent?
I'm currently an attending at UCLA Medical Center, and previously I was an attending at Cedars-Sinai Hospital.
You told
But I
me.
gave up those privileges, and now I'm exclusively at UCLA.
Testing 1, 2.
Then on page 5, you have some
Closed court now.
information such as being a super doctor. What is a super doctor?
It told me it was
super
low.
doctor is, 5% of the doctors in a community are chosen by their peers. So I've been a super doctor for 15 years, and on various committees.
Super doctor? I'm a doctor's, well, was a doctor's wife. That is a self-given name amongst a group of men or women who think that MD's not good enough. They've got to elevate their MD by calling themselves super doctors. Really? Oh my God. And is court better?
With the Blue Ribbon Committee. So I'm proud of those awards.
Do you do any charity work?
I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about your charity work?
Enrollment, certificate.
Is there anything else about your education that you would like to add?
Well, I'm in clinical practice, so I'm a practicing plastic and reconstructive surgeon, but I teach at UCLA. So I'm a clinical professor at UCLA. So that means just a teaching position.
Okay. Do you teach other medical residents?
Yes, medical residents, medical students, and usually plastic surgery residents. So they've completed their training in their last few years of training. So those are the doctors that I spend most time with.
Now I want to go to this case and ask you some more information about this case. Do you remember seeing this patient, Emani Ellis, in your practice?
Yes.
Okay. And when she came to your office for medical treatment, did she provide a history to you?
Yes,
Did you use the history in your treatment and diagnosis of the patient?
yes.
And what was the history that she gave you?
Well, she mentioned that she had been, the left side of her face had been injured by fingernail scratches.
Okay.
So that was the basic salient history. And then I looked at her and looked at her wound. And so in order to determine what I need to do to help her out, I had to diagnose her problem. So I wanted to see if there was hypersensitivity in the wound. Hypersensitivity means, for example, if you have a splinter underneath your skin, it may not show much, but you can feel the splinter under your skin because it's hypersensitive. So I noticed that she had a focus of hypersensitivity on her face. Now, when I examine for that, I touch many areas and see if the patient's pain symptoms are always the same. In other words, if they always come from the same area. So that's how I made my diagnosis of her scar, the visible aspects of it and the hypersensitivity aspects of it.
Or if you can go to Exhibit 4, to the gray exhibit, I mean the one you have in your hand.
Okay.
The white one.
All right. To what number? Sorry.
4.
Oh, 4.
In your medical evaluation of the patient, you saw her for the first time on November 4th, 2022.
Yes.
Were you advised by Emani Ellis or anyone else that Miss Ellis was seen by a different plastic surgeon before you?
Objection calls for hearsay. Black's Foundation.
Sustained.
If you go to Exhibit 4-009, at the bottom, can you read for us what it says in handwriting?
Yes.
Sustained.
Are you aware that Miss Emani
Why I
Ellis
did it.
saw Dr. Scher before you?
Objection. Hearsay.
Sustained.
Is it important to you when treating a patient if they've seen any prior doctors?
Objection. Development Black's Foundation. Exhibit 2.
Oh,
No, it's very important if they've done treatment. If they've done treatment, then I need to know what treatment they did.
Okay, so in order to do your work with this patient, Emani Ellis, you would need to know if any other doctor, such as a plastic surgeon, did any other work on Emani Ellis, correct?
Yes.
And when you asked Miss Emani Ellis if she got treatment, did she tell you she saw a different doctor, Dr. John Scher?
Objection. Hearsay.
sustained.
Do you know the Dr. Scher? Do you know him?
No.
Are you aware that Dr. Scher has passed away?
Objection. Black's Foundation. Calls for speculation.
Overruled.
That's what I've been told. I didn't verify.
Hearsay. Move to strike.
Denied.
For a patient such as Emani Ellis, the kind of injury that she sustained, is it true that if Emani Ellis had came to you within a couple of months after the incident, that you would advise Emani Ellis to wait 1 to 2 years to determine if this cut would become a scar?
Black's Foundation. Oh, sorry.
Is that the proper course?
Objection.
Sustained.
For a patient like Emani Ellis who sustained a cut, how long should she wait before getting plastic
So,
surgery?
counsel, why don't you establish that there are different treatments? What type of cut it was, how deep the cut was, whether it was likely the scar, what he knows about the scar. Establish some foundation before you ask him opinions.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Can you describe for us the scar that Emani Ellis had when you examined her on November 4th of 2022 for the first time?
Yes. She had vertically oriented, in other words, up and down scars. There were actually 2 of them, but one was more prominent, and it was hyperpigmented, and it was hypersensitive.
And isn't it true that it would take at least 1 year before the scar formed?
Objection. Black's Foundation. Calls for speculation.
Overruled.
No, scars can form quickly. Sometimes it takes a long time for them to form.
Do you believe it was correct for Emani Ellis to wait before obtaining the medical treatment that she received in your office?
Objection. Black's Foundation. Calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Hello, future.
And the type of medical treatment that you performed, is it true that during the pandemic, which started in April of 2022 for at least several months and years, there was limited availability for patients to receive plastic surgery?
That's very true.
And your office.
I got to get my other chair up here. This is killing me.
Well, I perform a lot of reconstructive surgery and emergency surgery, so my office was never shut down.
Hold it down.
If
Hold
the
away.
patient needed to receive the type of treatment like Emani Ellis received, and they contacted you in May of 2020 during the pandemic, you would not be able to work on them, or you probably would tell them to leave, correct?
Compound. Calls for speculation. Black's Foundation.
Sustained.
Isn't it true that a scar, such as Emani Ellis's, when she came to you in 2022, the scar would basically never have gone away unless you performed some type of medical treatment, correct?
Objection leading, false speculation, lack of evidence.
Can you tell us in your, on 4-001 in the HPI, can you read the four lines there, please, from your report?
In which line, I'm sorry?
It's hearsay. Why don't you
When you treated Miss Emani Ellis, did she tell you that she was assaulted and battered by Cardi B?
Objection, hearsay.
Yes.
Did she explain to you that Cardi B placed her long fingernails with sharp objects in her face?
That's what you told me, yes.
Did she state to you that her face was red and hot after the incident?
Yes.
And can you tell us, when you personally examined Emani Ellis, did you see 3 lines on her face on the left side of her cheek?
Objection leading.
Yes.
What is the significance of the 3 lines?
Well, it's typical for a fingernail injury when you have parallel lines going from the top to the bottom. So that's vertically oriented, so up and down rather than horizontally. So typically that's how fingernail injuries manifest.
Is it your expert opinion that Emani Ellis sustained an injury to her left cheek from fingernails?
Objection leading.
I'm sorry?
It's the same.
Oh.
All right, can you tell us, please, how many times you saw Emani Ellis for medical treatment?
I believe 3 total.
Can you just please go through the treatment that you gave her from the beginning to the end?
Yes. So there was an initial examination, and then I performed 2 procedures on her. So those were done in the operating room, and I did what's called medical microneedling, which is a procedure where you place local anesthesia underneath the skin to numb the skin, and then you do deep microneedling at a depth of approximately 2 millimeters. It does cause the patient to bleed, but the bleeding is very small because the needles are very small. So then we apply various.
I do microneedling for my skin. I don't go as deep as I can, but I won't because it hurts. How much did he charge for this microneedling? Come on now. That's bullcrap. And here's the thing. If the cut was as small as it was, microneedling is going to get rid of what minimal microscopical scars you can find. Now, on my face right here, I have a scar where I had a pre-melanoma removed. Microneedling will help that, and it does, but it's not going to 100% remove it, not unless you go surgical.
Creams to prevent infection. And then we see the patient back in approximately 4 to 6 weeks. So after that period of time, she returned. We had noticed some improvement in the hypersensitivity and some improvement in the hyperpigmentation. So I basically performed an identical procedure, also under local anesthesia.
3 or 4 times.
And after that, I believe I did not see her again. We may have Zoomed, but I can't recall exactly.
Do you believe that your patient benefited from the medical treatment she received from you?
Yes.
You're
familiar with the billing procedures and charges for your office and other medical providers, such as plastic surgeons and surgery centers and the like?
Yes.
Is it part of your practice to review the medical bills for your office and other types of medical providers?
Well, it's a part of my.
I'm sorry.
Objection compound and hearsay.
Okay.
That's the one part.
So it's my function as a medical director of a surgery center, which I've been for 25 years, to know the fees that are charged at the various institutions like UCLA or Cedars or in similar institutions in the community.
And when you examined Emani Ellis on November 4th of 2022, you performed an examination, you wrote a 4-page report, you reviewed medical records and medical bills, you spoke with the patient for how long approximately?
Well, we maybe spent 45 minutes total with her, but that includes the assistant going in, asking the questions, and then she transcribes it to an iPad, and then I go in the room, I do the examination, I record the results of my examination, and then correct anything on the iPad that I want to add to.
And to write the report of 4 pages, review all the medical records, review all the documents, see the patient, everything. That one day on November 4th of 22, you charged $1,500, is that correct?
That's correct.
And if you were to make that same examination, go through all those steps today, you would actually be charging $2,500, correct? You can.
That's correct.
The fee has gone up because of inflation and the cost of medical care. You can.
Yeah, that's what it costs. So you have to.
All right. And the medical procedures that you did on February 20th of 23 and March 20th of 23, the 2 procedures, each one you charge $2,500, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the same procedure.
$2,500. Do you know how much it cost him to do that? The needling thing. I'm going to go to the shop tomorrow and get it. Actually, it's going to be here at some point. You do it too? I do it myself. That's how my skin looks so beautiful. 2 millimeters. Okay, we can go there. It's going to hurt like hell for a short time. 2 millimeters is deep. Yes, most I do at home is 0.5. Probably better stick to 2.5. I have done 0.5 to 0.75. It'll take longer, and the same thing just won't help without using a. And some things won't be helped without using a 1 or more. I can go to 2 on my machine, and I understand what you're saying. You're right. However, the little scratch that she had on her face probably didn't need a 2. I'll be honest with you. What I have here, which you probably can't see, let me see if I can. Give me a second. Okay, you can see it right here. That not this line. You can see that deep scar right there. That was a surgical removal of a pre-melanoma, okay? That right there, the older I get, is going to get deeper looking. This looks a whole lot better than it used to. It really does. But microneedling this would need a 2, okay? That would need a 2. But to have a little, I'm going to use a pin and have a little scratch, please. I can't imagine more than a 1. What do you think about that, Future? She had a hairline scratch. Just a scratch. Not a surgical cut. I like my filter much better. I got to get it on. I'm too rough right now. There we go. But you can still see it. Money, money, money. That was weird. Money, money, money is exactly what it is. I want to break out in that song. So for yeah. The micro needling, $2,500 for micro needling, even at a 2 with a little bit of lidocaine. Come on, girl, that scratch wasn't big enough that you couldn't go. But it may hurt like hell for a minute. Oh, y'all. By the way, I need a microneedle. It's time. Maybe I'll do a video. I've done it before, but maybe I'll do a video of me microneedling. Hello, out and about with Diane. Thank you so much, Future, but you're right, 100%. 2 millimeters is deep. The most I do at home is 0.5 or even probably stick to 0.25. I would do 0.25 anything around this area and on the nose, but everywhere else is at least a 0.5 to 0.75. Yeah, I have a numbing cream, like tattoo numbing cream that I can, if I'm going to go more than a 0.5, I mean, 0.5, I will do a numbing cream on my face, and I can go to a 1, maybe a 1.5, depending on where it is, because the forehead is a little less flesh. It's not as much fat. The cheeks right here, I can definitely go up to a 1. It hurts, but not as bad as people think, especially with numbing cream. Numbing cream's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing. I meant to do that.
Procedures today, what would you charge?
Well, it would be approximately 6,500. If you notice in my initial report, that's the amount I quoted, but for some reason it was billed at 2,500. So that was an error, but
$5,500, but she was only billed 25.
Should have been 6,500?
correct.
Twice.
That's what it costs to perform surgery, in a surgery center.
This isn't surgery. I gotta rewind that. This is not surgery, dude.
I'm going to add to.
And to write the report of 4 pages, review all the medical records, review all the documents, see the patient, everything. That one day on November 4th of 22, you charged $1,500. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And if you were to make that same examination, go through all those steps today, you would actually be charging $2,500. Correct? You can.
That's correct.
The fee has gone up because of inflation and the cost of medical care.
Just-
You can.
Yeah, that's what it costs. So you have to.
All right.
Okay, I'm not gonna play sound because I don't want to get copyright, but here we go. This is microneedling. There's little needles in there, right? I have that machine. I have one. I have that machine. That's microneedling, and there's thousands. I mean, you're getting hundreds of pricks. Oh, I do understand you, and I do the proper cleaning. I wear gloves. I do the proper sanitization. I do the proper aftercare. I was taught how to do this, but you're right. But I do everything the way you're supposed to do it. But that right there is what she had done. But on the scar, and he charged 2,500, so he probably did the whole face, but focus on the scar. And he's charging 2,500 for each one, total of $5,000. I'm like, are you me? I know dermatologists that do the whole face like that for like $500-$600. You proud of yourself,
And
boo?
the medical procedures that you did on February 20th of
That's not a medical procedure. Well, I guess you want to bill it that way, you can.
and March 20th of 23, the 2 procedures, each one you charge $2,500. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the same procedures today, what would you charge?
Well, it would be approximately 6,500. If you notice in my initial report, that's the amount I quoted, but for some reason it was billed at 2,500. So that was an error, but it is what it is.
So then, in fact, the $2,500 charge should have been $6,500
Correct.
twice.
That's what it costs to perform surgery, in a surgery center.
And approximately how long does it take from the time the patient comes into the office, gets prepared for surgery, and is sent home?
That's not
Of the 2
surgery.
surgical procedures you did.
Well, approximately 2 to 3 hours.
And the surgery center has to be booked for a certain period of time,
Yes.
and you got to prepare it, do the procedure, clean.
Future for someone who was a doctor's wife, let me tell you, it was all about the germs. It's all about the germs, no infection. Yeah, it was. But you're right. But this is not surgery, y'all. Not surgery. You're not in a surgical suite. You're in a facial chair or a chair that lays back in a clinical office. You're draped with a towel and blanket to keep you nice and warm. They clean your skin. They microneedle it. They just run that machine over it like this and like this and like this. Then they clean. They do an antibiotic cream. No touchy facey. You get antibiotic cream when you go home. It is not I mean, there are spas that do this procedure, and they're not medical doctors. Just because you have MD, you think you can charge for surgery. This is not surgery, boo.
Make sure it's good. How long does all that take? How much time do you book surgery center for this?
Oh, this is not the star, Rubber. This is the woman who was the security guard who's suing her went and had this procedure done.
Well, the 2 to 3 hours would not include the technicians, surgical tech.
2 to 3 hours to do that? That's bull crap. You walk in the whole thing from the moment you sit in the chair to the time it's done, maximum an hour. Maximum. And you walk out.
Preparing the equipment for the cleanup. That was just the 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my gosh. It takes 5-10 minutes. I mean, yes, everything gets.
Consents are given. We again.
Okay. 10 minutes with the paperwork. Okay. I'm a doctor's wife, worked in clinic, so I'm going to call his bullshit. 10 minutes in paperwork, right? You've had your consultation already. You go in the room, you lay down. The machine itself is a battery operated. Okay. It's got a plastic sleeve over it, so it should be sterile. Then tip with the blades, you put your gloves on, you cover the machine with plastic, you put the cap on the end and twist it, pull off the end, and now your needles are ready to go. That's it. 2 to 3 minutes maximum to prep it. Everything is disposable except for the body of the wand itself, and you clean it, you sterilize it, you spray it, alcohol wipe it, and then you cover it with plastic. And then what do you do? Then what do you do? The client lays there. You quickly clean you clean the skin, 5 minutes. Maximum 10, depending on what all you want to extra. So you do a good, you clean the skin. I've seen people use a stuff what I call clear iodine. He is making this out to be like he is a neurosurgeon going in to open up the brain. This is not surgery. 2 to 3 hours is not how long it takes to do this procedure. All right. Let me ask you, how long did that laser procedure, they go, sometimes you have to go back multiple times, but how long did it take for you to have that procedure done? Okay, 5 treatments, but how long was each treatment? $500 a time is not bad. It is not.
Talk about the risks and benefits of the procedure. We put on topical anesthesia. We let that work. We take them to the operating room.
5 minutes.
We induce local anesthesia with injections.
Okay, a little scratch. This here was a scar from surgery. They went all the way through the lip. 30 minutes each one. You put the topical cream. Well, for a scratch, you should only put it here. You shouldn't be doing the whole face. This is cosmetic, y'all. It's not. He's bumping this up, ma'am. It was like a burn, but it's a little scratch. So you're gonna put a cream over it, right? There would be local anesthetic would hurt more than the actual procedure. What the hell? I mean, when I do this regularly, and it's really gotten a lot better. It used to be really red. I keloid. I can't even feel the keloid anymore. It helps break up that scar tissue. But I can do it with just the topical cream. It is a very uncomfortable with just topical cream because you're doing 2 millimeters. You're going thick. You're going deep. But what frustrates me with this guy is he's acting like this is big topical cream and you got to let it set for 10, 20 minutes. And then you go in, you got to give local injection for a freaking scratch. my ass. This girl here sees money, 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 money. Oh, I hope Cardi B wins this, and I don't even know the woman.
We do the procedure. We watch her postoperatively to make sure she doesn't have any allergic reactions or trouble with her skin. And then we make sure she's dressed properly, has postoperative instructions, and then she's discharged.
And there's obviously different types of skin that you deal with in your practice, right?
Yes.
There's lighter skin, darker skin, rough skin, soft skin. Can you just tell us a little bit of the difference in procedures that you would do to the different types of skin?
Yes. So there's a grading scheme from 1 to 5, and 1 would be a patient with very delicate skin, for example, a redhead who might have very delicate skin and would not tan at all, it would just burn. So that would be Fitzpatrick 1. And then Fitzpatrick 3 might be Asian patients, Hispanic patients, patients of mixed race, and then up to Fitzpatrick 5, which would be black skin. So depending on the coloration of the skin, that determines what lasers you can use, what procedures you can use in a safe manner.
Okay, and what on that scale, what is Emani Ellis?
5.
Okay. Is there a difference, for example, if you take photographs of the patient with 5 on the Fitzpatrick scale, if you take photographs of their skin versus someone with a 1?
Yes, in general, in black patients, the lesions are less visible just because of the.
Okay, guys, I did some Googling. Standard microneedling, standard, which would be for something like a mild scratch or just skin care, 100 to 800. The average is 765. Microneedling with PRP, called the vampire facial, 3 to 7. Adds platelet-rich plasma to enhance the results. Okay, so right now, he's not done that. He's not done the platelet enhancement. Radio frequency, which combines microneedling with RF energy for deeper skin tightening. This is for the wrinkles, is 600 to 1200. The provider recommends 3 to 6 sessions, 4 to 6 weeks apart for optimal results. Okay. Total cost for full treatment is $2,400 to $5,700. Okay, let's look at it. She had the basic. She didn't have the red platelets. She didn't have the RF energy for tightening and all that. Okay. What he described is your standard microneedling. So that's $100 to $800, maximum $2,400. He said it should have been $5,600, but she only paid $2,500 for it. Oh, well, my bad. We're being gracious. I'm like, what? This is ridiculous. And this is the higher end on the prices. Boy, he thinks he calls himself a super doctor because he wants to charge the super prices. And all these rich fools go to him thinking that they're going to get a better job because he's a super doctor. When in fact, all he's doing is a doctor, an MD with a con degree. I'm looked up their offices. They do them in clinic. Do you know how you have a medical practice on the floor of a medical building and they have their own little suites that they call surgical suites, where basically it's a room. It's a sterile room. Okay, but still, microneedling doesn't need to be done in an operating room. They're not. I've been there. I've interpreted for a rich woman that did all of that crazy skin stuff. She spent $4,000 and $5,000 a month on her skin. Still look like shit. Just saying.
Elevation. And when you
And I'm not arguing with you at all, Future. you are right. Some of them have surgery center costs. Yes, I understand. But come on, boo. For a little scratch, no stitches needed, nothing needed. Please.
Examined Emani Ellis for the first time on
Sorry. As a Queen of England would say, oh, please.
November 4th of 22. Did you, with your own eyes and your equipment, you saw the scars, correct?
Yes.
And how many scars did you see?
Well, I saw one main one. That's the one I recorded. But I saw other things that were, differences in the skin, differences in the pores, an adjacent scrape mark. I saw those things as well. But the main thing was that there was one main scar. That was the hypersensitive one.
Is it your expert opinion that Emani Ellis sustained injuries to her left cheek from fingernails?
Section last foundation called speculation.
What is your opinion as to where Emani Ellis obtained the scar in her left cheek?
Well, the most likely,
Everything is hearsay.
What was the size of the scar? Did you measure it?
yes. It was approximately 2 centimeters that I noted. That was the main scar.
Can you tell us approximately how long is 2 centimeters in inches?
Yeah, so an inch is 2.5 centimeters, so it's a little less than an inch.
Two centimeters is approximately 1 inch, or a little less?
2.5
2.5 centimeters is 1 inch.
is about an inch. Yeah.
Why was it? Why was hypersensitivity important in this case?
Well, hypersensitivity is a very unpleasant sensation, and it's often associated with scars. So my job is not just to make the scar look better, but it is to reduce the hypersensitivity. That's in some respects the most important thing, is to reduce the hypersensitivity in the scar.
He heard the name Cardi B, and he knew that was money, and this was way to up the case. And how do we know that her attorney, which they do, sends you to doctors that they know, i.e., him, and they do this work and they record it and document it, and then they charge you for it at the end of the lawsuit, and oh, they get a kickback. I mean, come on. This to me is just, I know I'm talking a lot, but I can't believe this.
And when you examined the scar earlier, you testified that you were of the opinion that the scar came about from from fingernail. Is that correct?
Objection leading.
I want to see his picture of the scar. Where's the picture? I want to see the scar.
Mr. Cruz is objection.
What is your expert opinion as to where the scar came from on Emani Ellis' left cheek?
Well, based on that,
Everything is from hearsay. He can say, based on it, it looks like a scratch. Could have been this toothpick or could have been a fingernail. He can't say. He can't. He wasn't there.
the direction of the scars, based on the fact that there were 2 to 3 scars that were parallel and they were vertically oriented, in other words, up to down, based on the fact that the central scar was the deepest, based on the fact that the central scar started the highest. This is a pattern that is most closely associated with fingernails because the middle finger is longer than the index.
I may not
finger
have
and the
said
ring
it,
finger.
but I looked
So
up
when the fingers
California.
get drawn down, the middle finger causes the deepest scrape, and the other scars cause a lesser deep scar, and they also begin later than the middle finger, because the middle finger being longest, it grips the skin first, so it's the highest. The central scar is the highest, and the fact
Not
that
always.
it's parallel is highly suggestive of a fingernail injury.
Is that to a degree of medical certainty?
Yes.
And what does it mean for the jury if you could explain? What does medical certainty mean when an expert makes that?
I don't believe him because he is not a forensic medical person. He's not forensic. He hasn't done the science behind that. How many of those have you seen? How many scratches on the face have you seen? Come on. This is bullshit. It is not medical certainty. You're getting paid. I want to know how much they're paying you to have your happy, skinny butt in that seat. Because that doesn't make sense. I have been scratched. I've scratched my kids and my index finger, all of them accidentally, doing something like that, trying to keep them from falling. And my middle finger didn't make the top one did. It's not perfect science. You can't sit there and make that blanket claim. And you're not a forensic, scientifical, whatever. The word is evading my brain right now. Of course, I've been up since 7 this morning on live, but part of the day. I've had a few hours break, but y'all understand what I'm saying. He is a glorified plastic surgeon. He's not a forensic ME.
51% or more. It's the most likely explanation. There are other explanations, but this is the most likely explanation.
And in order to formulate.
Almánzar, do you have Alzheimer's?
Well, I did. That wasn't as important as the.
No, of course, I was going to go through a laundry list of what we did, but why don't you just tell me, what did you do to formulate your expert opinion?
The number one thing I did was examine the patient. That's the number one. So I noticed where the scar was. I noticed what symptoms she was having. And that alone, sure, the medical records are helpful. You always review them just in case there's something that might be important if you're doing surgery on somebody later. But the physical exam is the most important thing. That tells you what you need to do with the patient.
In how many cases over the last 30 years, and how many patients have you treated for assault and battery type of incident?
Many hundreds.
And
You bastards.
is there an emotional component that goes along with this type of injury?
Objection, outside the scope of this designation, explanation, cultural speculation.
Really? A scratch?
Your medical report under social history, you state post-traumatic stress, anxiety, depression, headaches. Is there any reason why you wrote that?
Well, that's information that the patient gave us. It's not a diagnosis I made. It's the information that the patient gave us.
And future prognosis, it says I would.
I've got a scratch down my arm. I got another one here, but I got a long scratch. No, I didn't try to kill myself. But there's a scratch that runs down here. So I'm going to go in and tell this doctor that Cardi B scratched me. Yeah, her long fingernail right there. Cardi B scratched me. They're going to go, okay. They're going to believe it. That's what you reported. That's your truth. That's your reality. We're going to believe it. Doesn't mean it happened.
Anticipate a 50% improvement in the scar. Was that, did the treatment you provide produce a 50% or more improvement?
I believe it did.
Was your patient happy with the medical treatment that she received?
Objection, cultural speculation, explanation.
You can answer.
Oh, I can answer. Well, she expressed satisfaction with her procedure to me. I've been very upfront with her that her likely outcome was that the scar would be better, but not gone.
So better is worth 2,500. Oh, 5,600.
Your medical evaluation charge of $1,500 on November 4th of 2022. You reviewed that bill, correct?
Yes.
Do you believe that the medical treatments on November 4th of 2022 in your office were reasonable and medically necessary?
Yes.
Do you believe that the medical treatments in your office on November 4th of 2022 were related to this incident of February 24th of 2018?
Objection, cultural speculation, lacks foundation, outside the scope of this designation.
Now, aside from your $1,500 charge and your $2,500 charge times 2 for a total of $5,000, there was also a surgery center charge from Neo Surgery Center. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you reviewed those bills from Neo Surgery Center?
Yes.
Okay. And you told us a little bit about your background Are the charges of $5,500 for each time you treated Emani Ellis in the surgery center, are those reasonable
Yes,
and medically necessary?
yes,
Is that to a degree of medical certainty?
yes,
And are the treatments at neurosurgery center related to this incident of 2/24/18?
yes.
Objection, again, I'll send this over to Dusty.
Okay, guys, we can sit here all night. This is a 7-hour video and it's already 10, 11 o'clock. So we're going to zoom to Carly B. And then what we'll do is I guess y'all can go back and watch later, but I want to get to Carly B. Because I have to get to bed at a decent hour. Because I got to be live at the butt crack of dawn.
BELCIS ALMANZA.
Thank you. Can we take a seat, please? I'll watch this out.
She got a big booty. She got a Brazilian booty. I'm sorry. That outfit's just too heavy. It's too much.
Good afternoon.
Makes her look big.
Ms. Almánzar. Do you prefer I call you Ms. Almánzar, Cardi B, or it doesn't matter?
I mean, you can call me Cardi B.
You feeling better today?
And I'll need you to speak up, man.
Yeah,
Hard to hear you.
yeah, a little better.
Your birthday is October 11, 1992.
Yes,
You're left-handed.
yes.
Are you the firstborn child?
To my mom.
Not my dad.
Did you take any medication, drugs, or alcohol that would affect your ability to testify today?
No,
On the date of the incident, did you have black hair, blonde hair, or different color hair?
I quite don't remember. I do know I had a hoodie on.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that. It's a good week today then.
Very good applied wig. That's a phenomenally, the hairline
Do
perfect.
you have any affiliation at this time with a gang?
Objection, Your Honor. Motion relating that violates social limits of the order.
Your fingernails, can you show them to us for all of us to see? How long are those fingernails? Just your best estimate. I want you to take a ruler to it. If you were to give your estimate, is that half an inch, 1 inch, 2
I
inch?
think it has to be less than an inch.
And,
Way less than an inch.
can you show them to us again? All right. Are they pointy?
These are not, to me, are not pointy. They're like circle, oval,
Okay. Are those your real nails or are they
Those are pointy.
fake nails.
if I wanted you to change them to 3-inch nails,
Mhm.
how long would it take for you to do that right now?
Angela is probably his real hair. And she had a professional put that wig on for her boo because those things are hard. That's flawless, man. That's what money will get you.
Well, it really depends. Like these are like glued on, so they will be a little bit quicker. Sometimes I do acrylic, which can last me on for 2 weeks. I will literally have to take like 2 hours to melt them off. If they're
Oh,
acrylic
please.
on.
20 minutes soak off.
On December 24th, 2018, do you remember going to 8920 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills?
December?
I'm sorry, February 24th of 2018. Do
Mhm.
you remember going
Hours.
to 8920 Wilshire Boulevard?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Answer with the yes or no.
Yeah. Yes.
Angela!
Do
Yes.
you know Dr.
3 hours.
Aziz Olai, who's in that building?
No.
Do you know Miss Parsi, who's in that building?
No.
Do you know Brianne Soraya, who's in that building?
No.
Who do you know in that building?
Well, at the time, I went to see Dr. Finke. I had an appointment with him that day. So that's who I went to see that day. Do I personally know him? No,
When you went to see him, were you seeing him as a friend or as a patient?
as a patient.
And when you went to see him, it was a Saturday, correct?
Yes.
And you filled out an intake form and you signed some other documents that he would be your treating doctor, correct?
No, for that day, yes.
Yeah.
I don't live in LA, so
I understand. You came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, correct?
Jersey and Atlanta.
I understand. So when you went to see Dr. Finke on February 24th of 2018,
You mean to tell me that you were in the East Coast and you fly to the West Coast just for an OBGYN appointment? Must be nice to be rich.
when you went to see him, you went to see him as a patient.
Yes.
And you
Waste
got
of
medical
money.
treatment from him, whether it was for 1 minute or an hour or longer, correct?
Mhm.
How much time did you
You need to answer yes or no.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Thank you. How long did you spend with the doctor that day?
I'll say about 25 to 30 minutes around that time. Not that much.
And when you were there on that date with Dr. Finke,
Mhm.
did he examine you?
Yes, he examined my baby for a little bit.
And what baby was that? What number?
Number one.
Oh, that was the first child you ever had.
That's my first child, yes.
And you were 25 years old at the time.
Yes.
You're aware that plaintiff was the same age as you at the time?
No.
Besides examination, what did Dr. Finke do for you? That judge?
Assisting. We're not here for her medical care.
I don't know. I am too oblivious. I'm learning as y'all are.
Did you keep Dr. Finke's, well, sorry, who referred you to Dr. Finke?
I asked somebody to find me like a very upscale private doctor. So I was like, I need to go to the doctor like tomorrow. Like I feel so weird. And they were like, we're gonna find somebody. And that's just how it goes.
She told her private personal assistant. She said to her personal assistant, honey, I need you to find me a doctor. I think I may be pregnant. I'm feeling kind of weird. I haven't had my period. Man, I got the morning sickness. Just find me a good doctor, man. Make sure they're posh.
When you were outside in the hallway, before you entered Dr. Finke's office, did you see this individual, Emani Ellis, in the hallway?
She was waiting for, she was right in front. As soon as the door of the elevator opened, she was waiting, I guess, for the elevator. She was going inside the elevator.
And you were coming outside of the elevator?
Yes.
Do you know approximately what time it was when this occurred?
About, I guess, like in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, around there. Yeah, 1 something.
Have you ever seen Dr. Finke either before or after February 24th of 2018?
No.
When you went to Dr. Finke's office, your security guard drove you there?
Yes.
And his name is Karan Newton?
He was my security guard. Yes.
Did you have
It depends, but he was just my main one at the time.
Did he go up with you to the medical place?
No, I didn't want him to know that I was going to an OBGYN.
You didn't want your security guard to know that?
No,
Why?
I don't. Well, first, I didn't want people to know that I was pregnant. Second, I was a little like, I don't want a guy that I work with to know I'm going to a vagina doctor.
Did you trust her?
And she's 25 at the time, so yeah.
In certain ways, yes. In certain ways, no. But I don't know. Sometimes you just really don't trust everybody in your business. You don't want everybody in your business.
Do you remember what floor you were on when you exited the elevator?
The 5th floor.
This is bothering
Your
me.
security guard come into the building after learning about there being some kind of incident in the building.
He was waiting for me, like, not necessarily like inside. He was like waiting for me, like by the exit, like by the door. From there, yeah.
Like, do you remember the building?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Well, I kind of remember, but I do know that he was waiting for me by the door.
And you're talking about the lobby area where
Yes.
you take the stairs up?
Mm-hmm.
So he was inside the building or right outside?
I don't really recall, but he was like, maybe it wasn't the inside, it wasn't the outside, but he wasn't like in, like deep in. He was like waiting for me by the door, and the door he had it open for me to come out.
All right. So would you consider that your security guard was with you at the time, whether it was upstairs, downstairs? In your mind, would you agree that your security guard was with you at the door? Is that fair? Was your security guard with you in the lobby of the building at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard on February 24, 2018?
In the lobby, yes, when I was exiting. When I was
But
exiting.
He was in the lobby with you.
In the lobby. I can't say he was with me because we was leaving. He never went upstairs, so.
Okay. Do you know if your security guard, Karan Newton, spoke with Miss Ellis at any time that day?
He did not tell me he spoke to her at all.
Do you know if he did?
He told me he didn't. So I'm gonna
You
go with
asked
his
him?
word. No, because I told him like what happened upstairs. He was like, damn, I should have went upstairs. But he never told me that he spoke or seen her.
Good
So
night, G14. Thanks for joining us.
With another fine
Blessings and sweet
Yes.
sleep.
And when you go to different places with your security guard, if an incident occurs where you're threatened or you're injured or anything happens,
Yes.
aren't they supposed to come help you?
Well,
Why don't we come on?
You don't have to ask. When the incident occurred, did you call your security guard or send him a text message or do anything to let your security guard who was with you know that something happened where you wanted his help?
Objection, argumentative as to with overall conclusions.
I told him like, yo, you wouldn't even believe what just happened upstairs. He was like, what happened? And I practically told him like, I'll tell you later, like when I leave. I'm like, wait for me. But I told him like, wait for me downstairs, like by the door. And that's what I told him.
If you were in any danger, would you call your security guard or would you call the police or would you call both or do nothing? Did you feel that you were in danger on February 24th, 2018 when you were upstairs on the 5th floor?
For like those 50 seconds, yeah. After I went to my appointment and like the argument just passed me, I didn't even mind it anymore.
Did your attorney show you a photograph of Dr. Finke to refresh your recollection as to who the doctor was that you saw on that day?
Yes.
Okay. And you had a different set of attorneys before, in 2022 and 2023. Did they do the same thing?
No, they didn't.
So, do you know what's discovery?
Yes.
What are form interrogatories?
Oh, I don't know what that means.
What is special interrogatory?
I do not know.
What are requests for admissions? You don't know, right? Is that fair? You don't know?
No.
You do know?
No.
Okay. And when your attorney responded to the written discovery on your behalf, did he or she show you the discovery responses? Did they email you a copy of it?
I mean, I will have to see what you're asking me.
I will show it to you. May I approach your honor? To show her the discovery only? Thank you. Yes. I will show it to you. So for identification purposes, it is form interrogatories, set 1 dated September 30th of 2022. That's what it is? Okay. Just I'm going to show you this document. You can take a look at these pages. Did your attorney show you those documents at any time in your life?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. No. Whoa.
And I'm going to show you, with the court's permission, the responses, which were drafted and served on January 17th of 2023. May I approach your honor? All right. We'll show you these documents as well. So you can take a look at those documents. Do you ever remember receiving these documents from anyone, whether it was your attorney, the attorney's paralegal, a family member, anybody? Did they ever show you these documents when they responded on your behalf?
This one I saw. This one I saw.
Okay, you saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go over it with you. On the one that you're on the right, if you can look at 12.1, you see the question 12.1? It would be, I believe, on the 6th or 7th page. And it will ask if there are any witnesses to this incident.
Well, I can
There's not a question.
point it to me.
I'm sorry?
Point it to me. Yeah.
Can I approach you on it? Okay. It's on page 5, under 12.1.
Mhm.
Did your attorney ask you if there were any witnesses to this incident?
Yes.
All right, we're just going to avoid a pretty conversation.
And relevance, Your Honor, this is a discovery issue that the subject.
Not a discovery issue, Your Honor. I'm asking her questions about if there's any witnesses and it's for impeachment purposes. Okay, and if you look at the response, there's a response there in the 50-page document to your left. May I show it to her, Your Honor?
Right.
Sir, can you identify by page and line? I'm not sure what
Sure.
it means by showing
I
it.
can show it to you first if you like.
I just, what do you,
I want her to talk about the response.
all right.
That's These are the questions. May I read the question when I go back to my seat?
It's your direct counsel.
Thank you. So first, I want to ask you if this is your signature on page 47. Is that your signature?
It could be because if it's like by electronic, that's how I sign. Like,
And the question that I showed you, 12.1, let's say you want to read it or you want me to read it to you?
you could be it.
State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who witnessed the incident. This is A, so paragraph A. Or the events occurring immediately before or after the incident.
Mhm.
That's what the question is.
Yes.
As you sit here today, is it your testimony that Dr. Finke is a witness to the incident?
Absolutely.
He is a witness.
Yes. She knows. She was there.
Is Dr. Finke outside speaking with you
Outside where?
on February 24, 2018?
Outside like,
In the hall.
yes.
He came out of his office?
Yes.
And your response in 12.1, this is what you responded with your attorney's assistance. I won't hold you 100% at fault for it. Question, I withdraw. I apologize. The response is, responding party incorporates by reference the preliminary statement and general objections set forth above, subject to and without waiving foregoing objections. Responding party responds as follows. Responding party may be contacted through defendant's counsel. Emani Ellis may be contacted through plaintiff's counsel. And then it says unknown staff / employees at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, including at least 2 such persons who intervened during the incident. Discovery is continuing. Were you at Cedars-Sinai Hospital or Cedars-Sinai Medical Center when this incident occurred?
No.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, Dr. Finke works also for Cedars-Sinai, but we wasn't for Cedars-Sinai.
Is there any reason why your attorney or your prior attorney, yes or no?
We're not.
And at the time when you saw Dr. Finke, you knew his name at that time, correct?
I didn't know his name. And for a while, when I was getting asked by lawyers like his name and like the receptionist's name, I didn't know it because I saw him one time. So I kind of like just forgot about him.
But when your attorney asked you for the name for purposes of trial, then you did remember the name.
I didn't remember the name. I told him there was 2 witnesses, the receptionist and the doctor. I told him it was a doctor. My doctor came out at the time, the guy that checked me, and the receptionist. She knows. She was there. He was there.
Who knows?
The painter. She knows.
How do you know she knows?
Because that's who separated That's what separated, got in between us while we was verbally arguing.
Who got in between?
The female receptionist, she came out first, and she started like telling her like, "You're security. What are you doing?" And then that's when the doctor came out. He was like, "Go to my office." And that's when I just walked away, and that was the last of it.
Okay, and 12.1 question. 12.1 subparagraph D. State the name, address, and telephone number of each individual who you or anyone acting on your behalf claim has knowledge of the incident. You just testified that Karan Newton was downstairs in the lobby on the date of the incident. You also testified that you told him different things about the incident. What is the reason, this is the question, what is the reason you did not disclose Karan Newton's name in discovery?
Because he wasn't upstairs.
And wait, objection.
Person that characterizes the testimony is compound, it's irrelevant to the merits of the case.
Listening.
In written discovery, were you asked to provide the name of your security guard?
Your Honor,
Yeah, but why don't we, I don't know what you're trying to impeach her on, because she hasn't testified to anything yet. You're saying it's impeachment, but you're not impeaching anything.
Did you respond to special interrogatories?
Snap, they're getting spicy in here, y'all. This is good.
Punch him on.
Do you consider Karan Newton to be a witness in this case? Okay?
No,
Sustained. I think you should move on. This case isn't about discovery. You might want to move on to what it is about.
Is Tierra Malcolm a witness to this case?
Counsel, please.
Do you know who the witnesses are?
All right, we're going to take a break, folks. Why don't we take a 10-minute break? We'll resume at 3:55. In the meantime, please not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't form any opinions or do any research.
there was no touch. So to me, it wasn't no incident.
Was there spitting?
Absolutely not.
Did you spit on Miss Ellis?
No,
Did you call her the N-word?
no.
What is your background? Are you Hispanic, white, something else?
My background?
Yes.
Well,
What's the objection?
irrelevant. And
Sustained.
Would you consider yourself African American?
I consider myself Afro-Caribbean.
Now, you need to give your attorney a second to object. What's the
Oh,
objection?
sorry.
sorry, relevant, Joe.
Sustained.
Have you ever used the N-word with Miss Emani Ellis?
No,
Did you try to take a swing at her?
no,
When you say there was a verbal altercation,
yes.
do you know what the word altercation means?
Like a conflict.
Like a fight, right?
It was like a verbal fight, but it didn't get physical at all.
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
We having, we'll say, a debate.
And we're debating about whether you assaulted and battered Miss Emani Ellis, correct?
It's no, I guess so, but I didn't touch her. She didn't touch me, so
What proof do you have that you didn't touch her?
Objection, relevance, and also
Sorry,
Sustained.
do you have any videos of the incident?
no.
Did you try to get videos of it?
I asked if there was videos. Like I told my lawyers to check if there was videos, but there's no cameras. I guess there was no cameras.
And when did you ask for that? What year?
I feel like when I got sued, I was like, when I got sued, I was like, oh, I know I didn't touch her. Like it's like look for the cameras because they'll tell you I ain't touching her.
When you went to the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard, and you saw Emani Ellis there on the 5th floor, was she wearing her uniform as a security guard?
Yes. Okay.
You remember?
Again, you might want to just take a breath so your attorney can object.
Are you aware that my office is across the street?
No.
8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You remember that number? You agree that that's the correct number? The address.
I remember that I went there, but I don't really remember the address and stuff like that. I don't.
If I show you the building with the number on it, would that help refresh your recollection?
Sure.
I don't have to really waste time if you don't want me to. When you were sitting here throughout the trial, you saw the 20
Yes.
pages I showed, right?
Yes.
Was that the correct building?
Yes.
And you remember entering the building, going up some stairs, taking the lobby elevator, and going to the 5th floor, correct?
Yes.
And when you exited, you saw Emani Ellis right there in front of you.
Yes. No. When I exited the elevator, not the building, the elevator.
Correct. On the
Yes.
5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 3 elevators there?
I do not remember that.
At least 2 different elevator bays?
I don't remember that. I just remember me getting on the elevator. She was coming in. I was coming out. I could hear her. She was talking on the phone. And she said, "Oh my God, yo, Cardi B's here." So I kind of speed walk. But I feel her behind me. Then I hear her talking like, "Oh my God, Cardi B is here." So I turn around and she had her phone. She didn't have it here no more. Now she has it here. And I asked her, "Yo, why are you recording me?" And she clearly looked like the security. She looked like the security guard. She's uniformed down. And I'm like, "Why are you recording me? Are you security?" And she's like, "Oh my bad." But then I'm walking, and I feel her still following me. So like as I'm walking, speed walking, trying to look for the office, I turn around again. And I'm like, "Why are you following me?" She's like, "Cause I can." It's like, "No, you can't. Why are you following me for? Like, ain't you supposed to be security?" And she's like, "Cause I can." It's like, "No, you can't." And she's like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, "Ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you're recording me. Now you following me. Like back up." And she's like, "I can do what I want." It's like, "No, you can. Like you can't do what you want." And that's when we started arguing.
What did you say?
I was like, "You can't do what you want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like you invading my privacy." And now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her like, you need to back up. And I'm thinking to myself like, this girl's big. She's big. She got big black boots on. And I'm like, damn. The hell am I gonna do now? She's literally right in my face, like on my chest, and we're arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we're arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, "Bitch, get out of my face." I did say, "Bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face." We're like literally screaming at each other. And she kept telling me like, "You're gonna leave my building." I'm like, "I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. And you telling me, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. I'm just trying to check my cat. You're recording me." And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out like, "This bitch hit me. And I'm like, I did not hit her. I'm looking at her like, "Girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant." And she just started wilding out like, "This bitch hit me. Then the doctor came out and he's like, "Go to my office." And after that, I just walk away. And that's just that.
Are you aware in the city of Beverly Hills, if a security guard tells you to leave the building, which they are security of, you would be required to do that? Do you agree with that?
Objection relevance.
A security not supposed to.
Did Miss Emani Ellis tell you that you're causing a disturbance in the building?
No, she was causing a disturbance. She was recording me and following me.
Let's talk about that. Are people allowed to record you if they want to in a public place, which will be the building that you were at? Yes or no?
Objection calls for legal conclusion. Mischaracterizes.
Do you know if it's okay for someone to videotape you?
Objection calls for legal conclusion.
When she videotaped you, or maybe she didn't, what proof do you have that she was videotaping you?
She had her phone went from here to right here. And she said, like, "Yo, Cardi B," like, I seen her. I turned around and I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes.
Did you ever see the actual video recording of you on her phone? Yes or no?
No.
Could it be possible that she was recording you? She was simply holding her phone in front of you. Is that possible?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Calls for speculation.
What proof do you have that you were being recorded by Emani Ellis on February 24, 2018, aside from what you just told?
Objection.
Do you have any other proof?
Objection has been answered.
Isn't it true that you usually wear your nails longer than what they are today?
Sometimes, most of the times, yes, and some other times, no.
Most of the time, 90% of the time?
Lately, as in so far, I'll say about, in the past year, I'll say about 70.
70% of
Yes.
the time. And when you wear them long, would you agree that they're about 3 inches long?
No, not all the time, no.
2 inches or more?
It really depends.
Why don't we focus She said in the last year. I don't know that how long she has her nails in the last year is relevant to anything.
And when you had them in 2018, you also wore them long at that time too, correct?
I wear them long, but it really depends on the inches.
How long were your nails on February 24th, 2018 when you were at the building speaking or arguing or whatever you were doing with Emani Ellis?
They were 1 inch. They were square, coffin squared, and they had flat rhinestones.
Are rhinestones sharp?
No, not if they're flat. And they weren't 3D, they were flat.
With the nails you have on right now, do you think that these nails are sharper or the ones that you had on the day of the incident?
I believe that they were not sharp that day. They were
Coffin
square,
is square.
and sometimes like when it's acrylic and it's square, it's like a texture. And I always tell this to my nail tech: make sure that like you shape, like when you shape them, don't make them sharp on the side, or don't make them that sharp, because I don't want to.
You don't want to hurt everybody.
I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just, you know what I'm saying?
And in the past, when you had them
Yeah, you don't want the private scratch.
I never really hurt myself, but like just in case, I just be like, don't make them too pointy, because I just don't want them to be uncomfortable. Not pointy, but it's like a certain type of sharp that you just don't want.
And if you wanted to scratch or cut Emani Ellis' face, you could have done it with both of your hands, either one or both.
Correction calls for speculation.
At the kitty doctor?
I'm not saying you did that right now. I'm asking a different question. Did you understand my question?
I mean, how would I fight? How would I fight somebody? I am mostly left-handed, so if I was to like do anything mostly, I'll do it mostly with the left hand. I'm really like.
You're good at fighting with your left hand, aren't you?
Objection is characterized as a testimony.
Are you good at fighting with your left hand?
Objection like foundation.
Sustained.
Do you have any experience fighting with, martial arts experience or other type of
Oh,
experience
bitch, please.
to defend yourself should something occur in your life?
Objection relevance.
Overall.
Not really, no.
So any type of fighting that you would be able to do, it would just be freestyle from your own knowledge of fighting, correct?
What?
Sustained.
If you wanted to fight with someone, would you use your left hand, your right hand, or both?
Objection. Ask and answer.
Sustained. Pardon me, more on that.
When you enter a building, such as this building or any building, oftentimes you will see that there's a security guard or a police officer or a sheriff guarding the building, correct? You saw that today here in the courthouse, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. I guess it's not. And on the day of the incident, the security guard, police officer, or person securing that building, in your mind, when you saw Emani Ellis was in fact Emani Ellis. In your mind, when you got off the elevator, Emani Ellis was in your mind, your state of mind was that she was a security guard, correct?
Objection.
I think she's answered.
Yes. Okay.
And was there any doubt in your mind that she was a security guard?
There was no doubt in my mind that she was a security guard. She had the security guard outfit on. That's why I was so confused that she was so aggressive, and she's supposed to protect me, the patient.
I understand. If
Correct, boo.
Emani Ellis had in fact told you to leave the building, would you have listened because she was a security guard?
Objection. This is a complete hypothetical. Irrelevant life foundation.
Sustained.
Did Miss Emani Ellis tell you to leave the building at any point during your verbal or physical altercation on February 24th, 2018?
She told me, "You're gonna leave my building. You're gonna leave my building."
Are you aware that Emani Ellis was hired by the owner of that building and had the right to tell you to leave?
Objection. Post legal conclusion. Life sentence.
Sustained.
When Emani Ellis told you to leave the building, did you follow her command?
Objection. Relevance. Open life foundation.
You can answer.
No, she wasn't acting like a security guard.
But she was a security guard.
Objection. He's allowed.
Do security guard
So,
try to
we're not-
attack
we're not
patients?
arguing. The objection is sustained. We're not going to argue with each other.
Did you believe in your mind that Emani Ellis was a police officer?
No.
If you thought she was a police officer, would you have handled the situation the same way?
Objection. Incomplete hypothetical.
Oh,
Sustained.
objection. Objection. Security guard, police officer. at the spectrum. Security guard 0 to 3. Police officer 7, 8. FBI, ICE, and all that 10. Security guard and police officer are not in the same wheelhouse. A security guard doesn't have the authority that a police officer has. Boo. Lawyer, you're trying to trip her ass up.
Just focus on that.
Now, when Emani Ellis spoke with you, when you exited the elevator, she spoke with you directly outside the elevator, the area directly outside the elevator, correct?
I don't believe she got inside the elevator. I don't believe she did.
That's my question. Did whatever happened between the two of you, did it happen inside the elevator, at the point of entry, or outside the elevator?
Outside the elevator and down the hallway.
Fine. And when Miss Ellis was asked the same question, do you remember her saying that it happened outside of the elevator as well? Do you agree with her testimony?
It wasn't in front of the elevator anymore because I was walking and she was following me. So it wasn't in front of the elevator. It was outside the elevator because I already got off the elevator. I don't think she ever went inside the elevator because I felt her as soon as I'm walking. I felt her walking right behind me, and then she said something. She said, "Oh my God, Cardi B!" That's when I turned around, and she got the camera right here, like she recorded me. And I'm like, "Yo, why you recording me?" And she practically did admit that she recorded me because she said, "Oh my bad." Okay. So.
And when she said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B," or whatever you just said right now, when she said that, was that offensive to you?
It wasn't offensive. I just kept power walking so I could avoid more contact. But she just kept following me.
Okay. And isn't it true that sometimes when you're walking around, different people will say, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B."
Yeah.
Because they get excited.
Yeah.
And you had experienced that many times before you had that experience with Emani Ellis, correct?
Yes.
And the reason you didn't like it from her is because she was a security guard and you felt it was unprofessional for her to say that to you.
When she first said it, I didn't tell her nothing. I kept walking.
Why couldn't she say it? Why?
I never said she couldn't.
Okay. And she said it to you.
She said it to me and I kept walking.
What if she was not a security guard and she was just a random human and said, "Oh wow, it's Cardi B"? Would you have taken offense to that?
No,
You can answer.
I didn't even feel offended when she first said it. I felt offended when she kept following me. She recorded me, and you're supposed to be a security. You're not supposed to be recording patients going to any doctor, any.
But again,
that's what offended me. When she first said, "Oh my God, it's Cardi B," I just kept power walking. I didn't say nothing. I said something the second time she said it, and I turned around and I saw that she was recording me. And I'm like, "Yo, why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?" And she said, "Oh my bad." Then she kept following me, and now I'm getting annoyed. You're the security guard of the building.
All right, counsel, I think that might be a good time to end because we've got some things that we need to deal with outside the presence of the jury.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to resume right back at 9:30 again. Thank you for your patience today and your attention. We will see you tomorrow at 9:30. In the meantime, please do not discuss case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't form any opinions or do any research.
Wow, y'all, it getting a little heated.
Security, and she said, "Oh my bad." Then she kept following me, and now I'm getting annoyed. You're the
First time in the middle of the trial.
It was on your joint witness list on
9/22/22.
Did you bring all your glasses today? Position is, and so defendant's
security, and she said, "Oh my bad."
Position is, and so defendant's position. Do you want to summarize what you knew and when you knew it?
Thank you, Your Honor. Excuse me. As Ms. Almánzar testified, she did not know the name of the receptionist. She did not know the name of the doctor that she visited that one day.
Guys, I don't remember the doctor. My dermatologist that I've seen twice today. I can tell you it's precision dermatology. But if you ask what the doctor's name is, I'm really bad with names. I'm really bad. So I wouldn't be able to tell you what his name is. I know what he looks like. So, boo, get over it.
the January 17, 2023 discovery responses of defendant, she responded in a verified response that the potential witnesses included her.
She only saw the doctor
and unknown
once.
Staff employees of the medical center building who intervened during the incident. There was no motion to compel that was filed against that. At that point in time, neither she nor her counsel knew the identity of the two individuals. There's actually another response where, I don't see it here, but okay, fine. I'm not sure where it went to. Oh, yes, it disappeared. Now I got it. Okay, so in Exhibit 1 to the motion, the supplemental motion that we filed, excuse me. She identified at page 10, Emani Ellis, and unknown staff employees at Cedar Sinai Medical Center, including at least 2 such persons who intervened during the incident. She described them, identified them as people who intervened, specific people, 2 people who intervened in the incident, and but she at that point did not know their names. It was years after that she never, had gone there again. Plaintiff's counsel did not move to compel. It did not file or serve a response to supplement discovery. Exhibit 2 is a comparable discovery response in January 7, 2023 that also referred similarly to the 2 by what they had done. At least 2 such persons who intervened during the incident. It was not until last year, last year that we learned of.
Did you bring all your glasses today?
Yeah. We added, well, it's not until 2024 that we actually identified Dr. Finke, which was Moore's hard work. It wasn't easy. And we put Finke on the 2024 witness list, which is Exhibit 5 to the memorandum that we filed.
Okay, why don't you move on to Ms. Malcolm?
Okay, and Ms. Malcolm, she was the receptionist. She no longer worked at that firm by the time that the litigation had started at that medical center. And Malcolm's identity was only discovered on July 28, 2025, following further investigation by defendant's counsel. So then we talked about adding her to the exhibit list, witness list, and she was added to our witness list. I think counsel's looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, but but I believe that she was put on our witness list. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
There have been times when the court has referred to defendant's witness list, which omitted her, even though they knew of her. Plaintiff's August 9. Oh, I'm sorry. They actually had intended to call these 2 people as well. They did not identify them by name, even though plaintiff worked there and knew these people. She knew who Dr. Finke was. He intervened. She knew who this receptionist was. She worked there. Plaintiff worked there as well. Their August 9, 2022 discovery response identified as witnesses, quote, employees of doctor's office located near the scene. Then also, plaintiff testified in her deposition, which is Exhibit 4 to the memorandum we filed, quote, she is going to be bringing forward at the time of trial people from the doctor's office. So these are people that she knew about. She didn't identify. We didn't know about it. We found it out on our own, and we promptly disclosed it. Again.
Well, and I guess that's the question: is what is promptly disclosed? You learned about it on the 28th. Did you call plaintiff's counsel and say, "Hey, we found her"?
July 28, 2025 was when Malcolm's identity was discovered, and that's when we added the I think it was July 30th when we filed. I could be wrong. Filed.
I believe it was the following week.
The following week, and my colleague will clarify that.
May I respond?
I just want to make sure that I understand the defendant's position. I don't see anything. I see the next witness list after that is being 820.
That's the one that I filed.
So when he filed, he admitted her. Oh,
I did not write her name there. I did not know about it.
Well, that's an issue.
And so did you? How did you communicate Ms. Malcolm's name to plaintiff's counsel?
May I?
Yes.
Your Honor, we were we were providing drafts for this latest round of the trial filings. And as soon as we found out, we put it on the witness list. And on one of those drafts before they were filed.
And I'm asking, when did that happen?
I'm not sure. I know it was before August 20th.
Okay,
And I heard Your Honor.
go ahead. Well, actually, let me first start. So, Ms. Ellis, you understand you're still under oath, yes?
Yes.
Okay, I have a declaration from Tiara Malcolm, and she states that you telephoned her approximately 2 months after the incident, and that you asked her for her assistance in pursuing claims, and she said she didn't want to get involved. And she said, quote, she told you, "You've got to be kidding me." Did that conversation happen?
Never.
Did you do anything to investigate your claims after the incident?
No.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. John Fazio.
With respect to Malcolm, the first time I learned of it, I was given a partial document which only has about 50 pages. I was given it yesterday for the first time in the middle of the
It
trial.
was on your joint witness list on May 10th in 2024.
What was it?
His name.
I'm talking about the Malcolm, not the name of the
Oh.
document.
I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So what I wanted the court to know is I've been intimately involved with this case. My office is located across the street, 9025 Wilshire Boulevard. As an officer of the court, I declare under penalty of perjury. I never walked inside Dr. Finke's office one time. I never gave him my business card. All that's written there is not me. It's not true. It is false. It is a mistake or false, not my problem. I'm just telling you this as an officer of the court. I will not damage my reputation with you for this small issue. I just want it to be clear.
Okay.
I never did it.
I think there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this, and that it might have been workers' comp counsel.
I don't think so. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't me.
Did she have an attorney in the workers' comp case?
I understand that she did, but not for this. They're not going to go after this doctor.
No, I understand that, but just to get witnesses to what happened. I don't know.
I don't think, Your Honor, that that's what the purpose was. So
Okay.
is there a need for me to argue more?
No, well, as to Finke, he was on the witness list in 2024.
May I finish? I'm sorry.
Sure.
So,
So why don't you address why you didn't want to do any, you knew who it was. So-
okay, so I'll address it. Your
Go
Honor,
ahead.
Your Honor, I did spend a lot of time doing the opposition, and I tried to do the same thing with the witness, Miss Belcalis Almánzar, Cardi B. She herself testified that she was able to get the doctor's name in a matter of a few days or whatever it is.
So let's just focus on the fact that in May 10, 2024, you knew who this doctor was.
I did not know.
You knew he was on the witness list.
I don't remember it being on the witness list.
It was.
It could have been.
I'm
But
telling
at
you it
that
was.
time, I believe you, Your Honor. So what I want to say to the court is, at that time, we knew we were not going to trial. It wasn't real yet. What was real was coming to trial now in August. And in discovery, it was never produced. So if it was,
But you never sent supplemental rocks.
I understand. But
Okay.
the point is, when they were responded to, the defendant could have easily gotten the name of Dr. Finke. She testified today under oath that it was her doctor. The same way plaintiff has to go and get the doctor's information in form rounds, so does the defendant. This goes against the Code of Civil Procedure. It's unfair, it's prejudicial, it's damaging. I wasn't able to depose this person. I get it. I didn't depose the defendant because she was out of state, but I did depose Dr. Rosenberg. And if there were witnesses to this case, I would have deposed them. Why not? So first of all, Your Honor, with respect to Dr. Finke, my position is that he should not be allowed to testify for several reasons. Really, he didn't really see anything. He didn't. And it's really not that exciting.
How do you know that?
As I know that. And we'll see that. If the court wants to allow him to testify, I'm open to that thought process because he didn't see anything. I really wouldn't care about him. But this random person, Tiara Malcolm, is a problem. Why? Because I wasn't able to take her deposition, cross-examine her. She was never put on any witness list. Even my own that I did on August 20th, when I filed it, it wasn't there. The two individuals that I thought were the witnesses are Dr. Azizolai and Miss Parsi. Those two people are on the witness list. This whole idea came about because counsel said, well, we shouldn't have Azizolai.
we shouldn't have Parsi. And then I said, well, then I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon too, and you shouldn't have yours. And that's why we're here today, Your Honor.
She said, that's not true. That's not right. I'm lip reading.
Okay, so let me refresh my recollection. I don't remember if we had a court reporter at the time. But at the time of our final status conference, there were discussions about this receptionist. I think there were discussions about you were actively engaged in trying to identify her, and you would inform counsel if and when you did. That conversation happened, correct?
Nobody informed me nothing. All I was given,
No, I'm saying at the time of the final status conference, that was a conversation that was had.
I don't remember it that way. I'm not that smart like the court is. I don't remember that. All I can say is it's inappropriate to be given a document in the middle of the trial. With this court, the way that it is, it's super fast. The court doesn't want me to spend a lot of time asking people questions and practically doing a deposition. So I would submit that.
Let's just say for the record, I let people try their cases. I'm not going to let you waste the jury's time.
Of course,
Okay?
I understand that. So my request is Tiara Malcolm is out because no one at any point called me, did anything to give me this information till yesterday when their attorney, Lisa Moore, who's not the main attorney, there's another lawyer here, he could have signed the declaration. I don't know why he did it. Why is she doing it? Everything's been done by Peter Anderson and Eric Lamb with all of his other attorneys that he had helped
Well,
with.
I think she was the one with boots on the ground, according to her declaration. But
Yeah.
so let's. So we find out about her on the 28th, and I see the witness list on the 20th. So I guess my concern is the gap of period of time, or actually, can you confirm? Did we have that conversation that you were actively trying to find her?
That's my recollection, that she definitely came up. I don't recall if we had just found her or if we were still actively trying to find her. Unfortunately, we don't have the back and forth. And for example, Mr. Lamb's, sorry. I think that one's the name. If Your Honor likes, we can check to see when we actually sent a draft with her name to a draft witness list with her name to counsel. He definitely did not just find out about her yesterday.
I'm sorry.
If I may. And so we can do that. We just can't do it here because we've got a lot of trial documents and not many discovery documents or drafts of discovery documents.
Yeah.
But we can't submit that. I can tell you, Your Honor, that once we found her, and this is a woman, by the way, who's integral to the case.
I seriously thought my camera was off. I am sorry, y'all. I did. I clicked it. What's that? I'm sorry. It's late. Oh, I'm not uncomfortable with eating. I'm uncomfortable because my back is killing me. I'm not in my normal chair and I'm trying to fight through getting, see, when I get into a new chair for a while, my back doesn't like it. For those of you who don't know, hi, I'm Ada K. Thanks for joining. I have moved from my son's office, his business we're closing out of that location. And so I've had to move my studio, which I have my own office, small room, into my home office. And I'm not used to sitting 10, 12 days, 10, 12 hours a day in this chair. I have another chair. It's got different back support and I have a heating pad on it and I can sit all day. This is not working. So I'm going to have him bring that other chair here because this is killing me. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's great for a 30-minute, hour, 2-hour thing, like working, doing homework or whatever for college, but all day YouTube and oh no. So the pain that you're seeing is actually my back.
That plaintiff has known about since day one, and counsel says his office was across the street, but he never.
I'm sorry. I thought it was off.
Her name. Anyway, to make a long story short, we can provide that information. We can check if you like, but we did promptly disclose, I believe it was in a draft joint witness list that we had submitted. We submitted several as soon as we found her within a week.
May I reply, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
This case was set to be tried in 2024. It was continued over and over and over, and discovery was closed. This court did not reopen discovery. So this issue has been sleeping for at least a year, and it's unfair and prejudicial to the plaintiff to allow this random witness to show up at the eve of, not even the eve, in the middle of trial.
I think, let's be fair, you both identified people at the medical center. You both knew that these were people, I mean, your client testified that there was people that came out. So she knew that there were people that came out.
No, we're good. We're fine.
The two individuals that I have, these are people
We're
that
fine.
know about these. These are not the two individuals that they're talking about. There was nobody at the scene till after the fact. So whoever these people are, they're not going to really say anything fair. And for them to drop it on me in the middle of the trial is unfair. If they want to bring Dr. Finke and he wants to say, I came out and I heard there was an altercation, I'm not too concerned about him. I'm more concerned about Tiara Malcolm. I have no idea who she is, what she's going to say. And that one has never been given to me. And this case, discovery has been closed for over a year. Why should she be allowed to testify? It doesn't make sense to me.
Your Honor, may I just very briefly?
Sure.
We've been asking, and counsel hasn't told us who this Farzi, I'm not even going to try, I don't know if that's, I just don't know how to pronounce his last name. And the woman, we've been asking how they're relevant, given that Farzi, for lack of, just attempt to avoid trying to mangle his last name, he's on 4-3, and he doesn't come in on Saturdays. He wasn't there. And the other person they identified is the receptionist at the building office, which is closed on Saturdays. The suggestion that the two people everyone's been talking about throughout this case who came out of the doctor's office for some reason weren't the doctor and the receptionist is just absurd.
Your Honor, he's testifying to things he doesn't know. How does he know if my doctor and his assistant were there on Saturday? How does he know that? If he can prove me that, I'll withdraw all my objections. He can't. He's just making up stories.
Well,
absolutely.
So I guess the question is, let's just talk about reasonable diligence. And so, plaintiff's counsel knew that the receptionist of the Women's Care at Beverly Hills was at least identified as a category of a person to be a trial witness, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you do anything to try and figure out who that was?
There was nothing to do. It's a 6-year-old issue. I didn't know if somebody could even pop up. Why would they? How could I do it, Your Honor? How? Would it be possible?
All right. And to what extent, if any, is it possible to get her deposed between now and Tuesday?
Well, Your Honor, it sounds like plaintiff is going to be resting tomorrow. We expect her to testify tomorrow. She also, she's out of town. Yeah, that's our plan is for her to testify tomorrow. And if it helps, maybe without the jury, she can give an offer of proof or something.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a 30-second incident. The idea that, and by the way, he didn't take Dr. McKennan's deposition. He didn't take, that proceeded without him because he didn't bother to show up. He didn't take the defendant's deposition. The idea that at this late point he gets to take a deposition of someone who he has known about and his client has known about since she worked there. I just don't see the fairness in that.
All right, let me do this. I'm going to rule that Dr. Finke can testify. I'm going to take it under submission. I'm going to look a little bit further into the Malcolm issue. I will tell you, I'm leaning, since the person was identified apparently for years, I don't think that it's an unfair surprise that she was finally identified. So that's where I'm leaning, but I'm not going to make that decision right now. So I'll rule tomorrow morning on the issue of the receptions.
And how about that position?
Well, I'll rule tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
9:30 tomorrow?
Yes. So I think there was a discussion at the final status conference regarding who was demanding jury, and I thought defendant was this demanding jury.
I assume plaintiff had demanded a jury.
I believe both sides.
I thought both sides.
Oh, okay, so I didn't realize that. We weren't counsel at the time.
No, I think it was addressed at the final status conference in terms of paying the jury fees.
Oh, I don't recall that at all. I'm sorry.
Is that an issue?
No, we'll split them.
Okay, all right. Fine.
My apologies
Yes,
for the confusion.
exhibits for today.
Oh, exhibits for today. See, keep me on track. Are there any exhibits that we're moving into evidence?
I believe there was one that the court, Dr. Mulligan's records and bills.
We already talked about 69 and Defendant 28.
Okay. So defense counsel is going to look at, I'm sorry, exhibit
9. This was 15 pages.
No, 9 was in CV. I thought.
No, you're right. I apologize. Number 4, it's 15 pages. And counsel has had the whole day to look at the 15 pages, 3 pages of which are bills. And this is something that Dr. Mulligan testified. I would ask that the court admit these 15 pages of evidence.
Any objections?
If you can bear with us just for a moment, Your Honor.
This first page.
We don't object to the first page, which is the one he questioned him about. Beyond that,
It would be an incomplete exhibit.
okay, how do I identify what we're doing?
So, exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Exhibit 4, pages 1 and 2. Yeah, that's a document.
I'm sorry.
One of the problems, Your Honor, is we're having trouble because he combined as a single exhibit multiple different pages and then referred to like exhibit 4, pages 1 to 3, then exhibit 4, some other thing.
Your Honor,
So it basically confuses us.
it's not confusing. I'm left-handed. I do perfection work. This is in perfect order. I think the court's left-handed too and would relate.
What's up?
This is in nice.
Judge laughing.
order. You have the medical records and then the bills. It's 15 pages. It's nothing more than that.
Oh, okay.
So pages.
Your Honor, I don't want to take up your time. Can we submit in the morning, for example, pages, exhibit 4007 has no relationship to the preceding exhibits.
Yeah, so my suggestion was going to be to admit exhibit 4, 1 through 6. I don't think he testified as to the patient information form, how it was filled out.
Correct.
And then the billing, exhibit 4, 13 through 15.
That's fine, Your Honor. There was also exhibit 4-9 where I did ask him about, to read from the record and the court didn't want him to read that. The bottom about the prior doctors. Dr. Scher's written there. I think that's important for the jury to know that she went to this doctor before.
I'm not sure he testified on that.
He did. He talked about it.
I think there's adequate testimony for that. So
Yes.
I'll admit 1 through 6 and 13 through 15.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
For exhibit.
That's absolutely right, Your Honor.
Not 4-9. Right?
Oh my God, I'm scared. That's what she just said.
1-4.
That's the list of medical bills of plaintiff.
That is actually a list that counsel
Yes,
prepared.
Yes, it is.
Counsel prepared.
Okay, that's not coming in now.
I would do it in closing. I'd like to show the jury the list instead of writing it down.
Well, to the extent that there's evidence supporting it, sure.
And if the court wanted to know about
So you, I think Dr. McKenzie testified as to exhibit 2. Did you want to move any of those in?
no, plaintiff is considering that to be hearsay.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
We offered 206, 207, 225, and 222, and we would move to admit.
Those are all the same.
Those are all McKenzie.
Just numbered differently. So I would say Plaintiff objects to those because she's not an expert.
We used it for the facts that are recited in there and as part of the admissions of plaintiff. And they do include, I think, at least 2 of the documents that counsel examined on. There's plaintiff's counsel.
So I just want to make sure you understand, you want her diagnosis admitted into evidence.
What?
I'm being told no.
Your Honor, I think all of McKinsey should be excluded because they're hearsay. She said she doesn't work for this facility anymore.
Well, in addition to being hearsay, it's got a lot of excluded expert testimony. So I'm not going to admit any of them.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Anything else?
Well, thank you.
Okay. No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. See you. Why don't we?
Can I get some rest? 9:30. I'm so tired. I apologize.
That's how trials are.
What?
Sleeps for transactional attorneys.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, the prosecutor said, "Can we come in at 9:30? I need rest. I'm so tired." Boo, we'll be live at 7:30 in the morning, okay, for the Donna Adelson trial. Kiss my butt.
You said 9:30 and it's always 9. What else do we have to talk about here?
That's 6:30. No. 7:30, 5:30 California time. Actually, we'll be on at 8.
Jury instructions were good?
Well, we've got the competing jury instructions.
Okay. Why don't you work on those? And who are you calling tomorrow?
That would depend on this ruling of.
Well, I just ruled on one.
Well, on Aziz Olahi, there's no ruling. On Parsi, there's no ruling. How would I know?
The only thing we asked for was an offer of proof because we don't know who these people
Who
are.
are those people?
It's the same thing like their side, Your Honor. These are witnesses who are at the last minute thrown on the witness list. I did what they did. I'm admitting to it. The difference is I can admit to my faults.
What are they going to say?
What is the offer of proof? What are they going
The
to say?
same thing that their witnesses are going to say, that there was a disturbance in the building. They came out and they saw things after the fact. It's worthless. All of these 4 witnesses are worthless.
Are all objections withdrawn then? You get your witnesses, he could say?
Well, Your Honor, he just said his witnesses are worthless.
I didn't say they were
a different floor.
One at a time, please.
So there's Michael Shook, who saw the incident. There's
She can't
Dr.
handle it,
Aziz
man.
Olahi. There's Anita Parsi.
She's a what the fuck is going on? I don't understand this. This is above my pay grade. All I know is they're arguing and I don't like it. Get me out of here, man. Get me out of here and explain it. Somebody put it in puppy dog language so the musician can understand.
These are 3 witnesses. And if they're getting their witnesses, then I want to get mine.
Well, if you just ask me, so they're witnesses to the incident.
Yes.
And you just learned of them? You didn't have.
No, I didn't learn of them. The same way that they did their investigation, we did ours, and this is what we found, and this is what we wanted to do. To streamline the case, I think what would be fair is they get to have Dr. Finke. Malcolm is out. And if that were to occur, I would consider withdrawing a couple of these witnesses and just having 1 and 1. Maybe we'll have 2 doctors.
Malcolm is a crucial witness that both sides have witnesses who have testified.
That female or that male attorney, one on either side, needs to be calming her down and explaining to her what's happening. They're ignoring their client right now, and I would be pissed if I was her.
She intervened in the argument.
She doesn't understand what's going on. She just knows they're arguing. I don't think she fully grasps what's happening.
Counsel knew about them.
Why don't you guys meet and confer about it? We'll discuss it tomorrow. But so potentially,
This is insane.
Yes.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
See, first of all, that is her attorney's fault. The attorneys are not. The other attorney should be going, "Hey, babe, this is what's happening." Okay. He wants to get people in. We don't want them in. They're not on the list. We're arguing. It's all good. Just relax. We got you. Just sit and be quiet. We got it. You know, that's what I would be doing. Somebody needs to be talking to her. Once again, people's cultures and experiences and lifestyles. She's getting frustrated because she doesn't know what's going on. I will say she's not doing it in front of the jury, which is a good thing. Okay. So she didn't do it in front of the jury. Yay. So she's behaved in front of the jury. The judge doesn't seem to have a problem with her at this point. But man. Okay, tomorrow we will not be live with this. We will be live with Donna Adelson. But during break, we can go to this. I don't think this is going to last too long. So during our breaks, we'll go to this. So we'll catch up during breaks and we will keep an eye on this. She did lose it a little bit. Yeah. But once again, artist, what can I say? We get quite emotional. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, 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 yada. Yep. Okay. I so love this little whatever these things are. Where do you guys find these cute little things? I just got me going. Go to bed. It's only midnight, so that's about the time I go to bed. I may have to put a movie on. They're on Smack AI app. Which AI app? Drop it real quick so I know. Is it on the computer or is it on the phone? Is it in the computer? Is it in the phone? Is it in the computer? Is it in the phone? Y'all have a great night, Ramada. Please come see me tomorrow. Y'all come see me tomorrow. Before anybody goes, hit the like button and comment I liked. Please. I want to give away. We only have 4 likes out of all of y'all tonight. We only have 2 shared. I mean, come on. Y'all like it. It's free. Doesn't hurt you. In fact, you could win something. I have 2 people this month that won. One picked out a hat. One picked out a t-shirt. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and go into this and get it going. Let's see. Let's get some country up in here, y'all. State of confusion. Woohoo! Whoa, didn't mean to do that. I'll draw one more. Woohoo! Capology! Yay! Woohoo! Yay! Okay, guys, so there we go. That'd be all. That'd be all. I'll be up for another 30 minutes. I have to prep for tomorrow's live. And then tomorrow, I got to start working on my, oh my God, here's my old transcript. So anyway, I got to start working on my, college papers. Got to start getting all that done. Got to start getting all that work done. College has started for me again, guys, but it's my last semester as a bachelor student. Yes, yes, yes. Yay! No, don't forget, tomorrow we have bingo, and at the end of trial, I'll pull a winner for the bingo game. So make sure you come and play. You get free merch if you win at the end of the month. So tomorrow, y'all have another chance. So come join us. And thank you for those who have subscribed. How many have subscribed? Let me go look at my numbers. Wow. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. June, I will be mods, I'll be contacting you in a minute. So y'all have a fabulous evening. We'll see you in a bit. Few hours for Donna Adelson. Yay! Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I hope you have an awesome day. Till next time, take care.